So I had a pretty weird experience with some really weird percepts. So I was in this office interior. It was a perfectly rectangular prismed realm region. It was just this office interior space inside of a large like skyscraper building, and it was just a cutout of this building. There was no outside to the building. There was no rooftop or anything. It was just these office spaces in this realm region. And outside the realm region, I just thought there was a void area and that everything was not defined out there. And I was in this realm region, and it seemed very game-like. Like I needed points to have furniture in my office, and I didn't have enough points for a recliner chair, so it was pretty depressing. And I went into a computer room eventually. There was about 10 other people in the computer room, and I announced that I'm going to create a new realm region in this realm, and it's going to be more fun in freeform. And everybody in the lab room decided to come with me. So what we did was we decided to shift the entire classroom out of the master region to spawn a new region without putting too much effort into it. It just saves us a bit of mental exertion, and it gives us a good starting point. That was the idea. Also, the lab room was right on the edge of the master region. So we started to shift this classroom out into the void area to begin a new region. And the weirdest thing happened, because in any sort of altered states experiences I've had, I have voids that you would go into and then you would create stuff and it's all fun and games. But this particular instance is different because as soon as we got out into the void area, we couldn't actually remove the darkness of the void from the room. We also had turquoise grid lines coming through the room that we couldn't remove. So we had to put the lab room back into the master realm region. We were unable to create a new realm region by ourselves with thought because of the infringing void space and the grid lines. So the grid lines were weird. It's a three-dimensional grid that was out there. The grid lines were a bit weird because the energy that was within them, they were like pipes 3 inches in diameter that interpenetrated me and imparted energy into my body, and it just felt like a mishmash of all these energies that I can't interpret properly. And I was picking up on these energies with all of my senses, especially taste. I could taste these pipes, these like pipelines of energy, really badly. It tasted pretty raunchy. I can't describe it in physical terms. I don't think it's like an earth-like taste that you could possibly have, but it was pretty weird. So we decided to move the classroom back into the master region. So this larger woman comes into the classroom and she says that we really don't know what this place is, and she takes us on this weird trolley vessel. It's like a trolley where it fits 10 to 20 people, except it's not moving along a wire or anything like that. It's just this rectangular prism region that moves around. It's like a very simple vehicle, and it allowed us to move along a fixed path without any sort of geometry interpenetrating this small moving region and infringing on all of our senses and overwhelming us. It's like some sort of observation vessel, and she took us out on this vessel, and we were able to look at these grid lines without them overwhelming us. And we started moving into different sections of this odd space area, and there was warping geometry and stuff. I recall 2-dimensional geometry, which was really weird. As I was waking up out of the experience, I was seeing auditory signals as waveforms, like very simple waveforms. I think it was colored red. Like I was hearing things in my house, and as I was coming out of the experience, I was looking into just pitch darkness. And in this pitch darkness, there used to be that geometry, but now there's just a line that was acting as a waveform for sound. It was very odd. And the woman was also talking about why she was there and a bit about the space that they were investigating, like this weird spatial area with all this predefined geometry. She said that the rectangular region was there when she got there. It was completely blank, and it was just there stopping the geometry from getting into it. And they wanted to investigate this, so they created human realm stuff in there, like human thought form stuff, to attract humans beyond their group, so that they could have a fresh pair of eyes to observe these different things. Because her and her group were having a hard time figuring out how these things naturally exist, or who created them and how they kept them so self-sustained. And that's all. See ya.